a sweet. Are you sweet enough over there? Yeah, I'm very sweet myself, and I love doing mango tart tatin. It's a traditional French tart. I'm French, obviously. I bet you guess with an accent. But I'm not going to use apple. I'm going to use mango. It's beautiful mango here. You can do beautiful tart tatin with that. There is a few principles to follow, which I'm going to show you, and you absolutely can't go wrong. First, for that, I need the mango to go inside the mold, obviously. I've got non-stick mold here. You see, they've been used because I have them for a long time, but they're non-stick. So when you clean them, buy them off. And when you clean them, just don't be gentle with them. You keep them for a long, long time. So non-stick mold, I've got 4 here. I've got some puff pastry. I've got some caster sugar, a bit of caster sugar, and a bit of butter. So what do we need to do a mango tart tatin? We need to get some caramel on the bottom of our mold to start with. So here, I've got 250 grams of sugar. I'm just going to put a drizzle of cold water in it. And that's it. Just a drizzle of cold water just to dilute it. Can you see that? Just to dissolve the sugar. Here, I've got 100 grams of butter, unsalted butter. The caramel is very simple to make. You put this on the stove and you let it be. When it starts to get very golden brown and cooked, you take it off the stove and you add the butter and we whisk all the time. That stops the caramel to cook. That make a kind of a fudge, and we can put this on bottom of our tray. Is it okay for now? You follow? All right, so that goes on the stove, and I start to cut the mango. Lovely fruit. How can I deal with this? You know, so many people can't deal with that. How are we going to slice that? You don't want to cut yourself to start with. You know, it's not very fun, especially with fun in the kitchen. So the best way to do it is a bit slimy. You know, it's a bit like a piece of soap into the bathroom, if you agree with me. Yeah? Sometimes it's very slippery, so what you do to stop that, very simple. You cut the both ends, and that's it on the bottom. That's a good way to start. Then with your knife, you just go all the way around, like that. Okay. So you see, this is a bit slimy and slippery, but because you do that, you don't have any risk. Okay, you can't cut yourself or do anything silly. So you put them here. So you see here, you get it onto his bottom, and then slowly use your knife and go on the side. And you should, you see that? On the stone here. Easy. Turn it on the other side. Careful of your fingers on both sides. So make a start. And when the start has been made, put your hand on over it. There we go. Okay, and then this is straight in the middle, then like that, and like that. And that's it, your mango is gone. Caramel is nice and brown, and we're going to take it over it. So turn over it, finish the cooking, stop the cooking with the butter, and keep whisking until completely dissolved. And then we'll make a sauce to go on. There we go. This is now your caramel sauce, you see. This is now your caramel sauce to go on top, on bottom of your mold. There we go. Okay, the mango has been now done. You can see your mold here with the caramel inside. So now the secret of that also is don't get your pieces of mango too small in the mold, because when you're going to press it down and remove it, it's going to fall apart. And we do the same thing with apple. An apple will be half an apple in here. But now we're using mango, so cut into 3, and that's more than enough. You see what I'm doing? Cut into 3, that's more than enough. And then we put them like that into the mold, like this. This is a simple recipe which you can do at home very, very easily. The simplicity is the best, is the key. Then the leftover, or the side can go on the side also. There we go, on the side like that. Now, because it's a mango tart tatin, we're going to press it down slightly. That's why I needed an extra mango. So with that, I'm just going to slice like this and put them on top of each one. 3, 4. The puff pastry, we need a lid of puff pastry. So you can buy your puff pastry already rolled, it's up to you. But when you buy your puff pastry already rolled, it's a little bit too thin, it's not thick enough. And when you think about it, you need actually get it quite thick on top, because when we turn it upside down, it's going to actually support all your fruits. So a few rules of that. Not too thin, and also a bit overcooked. Your puff pastry will have to be slightly overcooked, so when you turn it on the other side, they'll absorb all the juice of the fruit. It could be mango, apple, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Mango, apple. We have to cut that. Okay, up. So, flour. And that's a good way to make it save a bit of time if you do it this way first, and then you roll it. I love puff pastry. Puff pastry is very good. Okay, check the thickness. I will say the thickness needs to be between 3 to 4 millimeters. Between 3 to 4. Okay, not much thinner than that. There we go. Then another thing you need to remember when you do that, you need to be slightly, the round of puff pastry need to be slightly bigger than your mold. What happened to a puff pastry in the oven? Shrink. We don't want that. We want to have actually the right size when it's finished cooking. So slightly larger than the mold. Very important. And then we need 4. So let's do 4. And we cover it on top. That's it. Easy. And we will go like that in the oven. You will go in the oven at 220 degrees for a good 25 minutes. This is my tart tatin now. Look at that. You see that is the whole point what I was talking to you about. It needs to be slightly brown, slightly overcooked on top. You see that? So this will become, obviously, your bottom of your tart tatin. This is the top now. This is not burnt, it is a bit brown. That's all. Huh? Don't get me wrong. Then, what you need to do with that, I know you may scream in a minute, but don't. You need to press them down slightly. Not too much. I'm not saying you're sitting on it. Just slightly like that. Okay. You see also the puff pastry how it shrink. Look, that's the right size for the mold now. It just shrink at the right dimension. Okay. I'll let them rest a good 5 minutes, okay, before I do that, because they come from the oven, the caramel is very hot, so you don't want to burn yourself. Let them rest 5 minutes, and then you do what I'm doing now. And then, it should be really, really easy. Get your knife around it, and then turn it around. Look at that, beautiful. Easy, very easy. You see the whole point of that. If it was a small pieces of mango, they'll go everywhere because it's big pieces of mango. But when you press it down like that, it doesn't go anywhere. It sticks together. We do exactly the same thing with apple. You don't even need to put a knife around it. And now you've got your caramel. The caramel is the bottom of your tray. It would be a shame actually to throw it away, especially when you press it down. So just put it way on top. Look at that. Oh, it doesn't need that much more. In fact, it doesn't need anything else than that. This is your mango tart tatin. Beautiful. Quick and easy. Come back for some more. Cheers. Bye-bye.